Yes, hi there. This is Abdull Tarzi again. I was just trying to just say how you could, I was talking about how you could use the services for, the services for a lot of things. It's very easy. Like to go to your doctor. That's very simple. You just find some important numbers and you make a phone call, and it's very simple to go to your doctor. It's a happy, it's a healthy, and generally you get better and better. When you go see a doctor, you get better and better. Most people that go see the doctor will feel better. Just remember some important phone numbers. Just remember how to call for a phone number, and just try to get good numbers, good good data, good phone numbers, and when you see the doctor, just you want to basically say that you're uh, how you feel, just being honest with them and being healthy. And then also sometimes it's important to have the numbers for you, and then when you, the after you see the doctor, what type of health concerns you might have, medical problems and things like that. You got to go see, sometimes you got to call the medical emergency. You might have to go see the medical doctor for an emergency. You have like teeth pain or back pain or shoulder pain. And sometimes you might be a good medium sized or large person. Some people might say, hey, your family might start, or somebody might joke. Usually, sometimes your family, when they might say, hey, you've gone, they confuse you. They say, wow, you've gone extra large, you've gone big. And as soon as they say you've gotten large and big, that's what it should be a question mark and say, not all the time. The person sometimes bigger than you. And they say, hey, you've gotten big, or, overweight, and just, but a lot of times they're trying to help you out, your own family. Well, another thing is when you go to a doctor, somehow they understand this information. They understand this information, and what they do is they might have heard this before. You might have seen the same doctors, and then the doctor might bring up, hey, you're overweight. But again, you have to stay calm and cool, and then try to work it out and say to with the doctors, with the community, and say, hey, look, I'm not overweight. To go to the store and say, go to Ralph's and go to Starbucks and say, I'm not overweight. My family is actually more overweight. Then when the doctors are bigger than us and are just as overweight as we are. But you treat the doctors with respect. Again, we want to be helpful in this situation. If a person has a good weight and gaining weight, that's usually good. It's not always good to be a loser in weight. For some, if it's like 400 pounds or 500 pounds, yes, for some it's okay to lose weight. But I'm not 400 pounds. And I myself is I'm a good weight. I'm about 220 to 25 pounds, and well, that's actually very good. So I'll show you something like your first picture finger is like 100 pounds for like a children and young people. Your second finger is like 200 pounds for medium sized person like myself. If you get to that size, 200, 190, 220, and that's wonderful. And your third finger is for people that 300 pounds, 320, 230, 340, and those are all very good. Those are all good. Just like the size of the finger, we are exactly perfect. Small, medium, and large. Just like the size of the finger. Small, this first finger 100, for example, two fingers 200, and three fingers 300. Small, medium, and large. And it's built like that. Then the fourth person, if you get to 400 pounds, you actually look smaller. You see, as you get to 500 pounds, you actually look smaller, just like your fingers. But 100, 200, 300 pounds is wonderful. It's a good weight. Anyway, so people in the doctor and health should understand the weight makes us happy, safe, and a good person. One of the most important things about that. And people at home should understand that as well, because weight makes us happy. Weight makes us interested. The good weight makes us, have good minds and good bones and good health structures. Anyway, so my name is Abdul Tarzi. Basically, I'm discussing how to be yourself and feel good about yourself. There's a lot of folks out there that feel good about themselves And when people say good things about you, those are things that you want to accept. Those are the things that you want to examine. That's the kind of things that you want to say, that's true. I feel good. I'm healthy. I'm safe and peaceful. I feel my I feel that I'm very good and healthy. Now, when somebody says something negative, even if it's a president, which he usually doesn't do, but sometimes they're in awkward positions, or doctors or lawyers, if they say something negative about you, like you're injured, you're hurt, you're pain, don't accept it right away. The government should not accept it right away. There's a lot of folks that are actually doing healthy. They're happy and safe, and they don't have these problems. Like somebody will say, you're overweight. I mean, do I look like overweight? Not at all. Or these people might say you're AIDS, cancer, TB. I've not heard this, but you should not accept those. Those should be legally challenged immediately if they see that from a doctor, from a provider, from even lawyers and judges and even the government. They should not say, they don't have the right, especially if you have good appearance, to say that you have AIDS, cancer, TB, or you're blind and teeth. And some of it is also fragile things from the person itself. The reason fragile is they pay you sometimes, and they shouldn't do this. They should pay for health. You're healthy, you're safe, you're peaceful. You pay them, reward health. Reward and be happy if you have good health. You should have good government, good people, good reminders to always reward people that are doing well in society, that have good jobs, that have good health. And we want to reward good health. People that have good health are usually people that can help themselves well, and they can help other folks. If you have good health, you could help yourself and help other folks as well. So that's important to always feel good about yourself, to talk with people. You could have interview with people all the time and feel good about yourself and tell other people to feel good about themselves. And rewarding people that feel good about themselves, that feel good about other people is very good. It could be in the forms of cash. It could be in the forms of benefits. It could be in the forms you're getting some type of benefit. It could be in the forms of transportation and car rides. It could be in the forms of having good family values, having good parenting, have good children, and have good brothers and sisters, good family. Reward people that are trying to do well for society. There's a lot of good people in the doctor business, in the food business. Go to the food business like Ralph's or Starbucks, and they're trying to reward you with Starbucks, or reward you with food. Or you go to a doctor, they're trying to reward you with some good health, good eyes. So your job in the community is to reward people like myself that talk on the tele a lot, or talk on the, sometimes I'm on YouTube, or I might be writing something. I might call the social services, and I'm trying to also call like a insurance company, trying to call the health education. I work with health education, and people like myself, sometimes actors, they need to be rewarded as well. All this is about rewarding people and making people safe, and helping people, having good homes available, things like that. So we should try to keep people, with good rewards, good homes, and what we're working on is people that have a good ideas and good information about other people and about themselves. They should be rewarded. There's thousands and millions of people that are not using the reward principles, the reward ideas, the gain, having gain a child, gain brothers and sisters, gain a mom, gain family, and gain a house, gain cars, gain a dad, gain mom, I'll say it again, like brothers and sisters. To gain a family member is wonderful. To gain a friend, to gain good food and good clothes, gain some weight, and gain is very good to gain something. Again, you can also have good cars. Somebody got a big car, that's a gain, and you should be happy with that. Somebody has a brother and sister still, they live with them, that's a gain. Your original family, and then you have your second family. You gained a child, that's a gain. You gain some children, that's a gain. You gain some weight, that's definitely a gain. So we should remind people how to reward people in a gain. how you're able to gain and do well. You talk with people and gaining something is wonderful. Just like English gain, just like Afghanistan to gain something, gain, gaining something large, gaining to wise vision, gaining friends, gaining people. That's an incredible type gain. On the other hand, you might say, what about loser? Losing. In some cases, losing is fine. You might lose a cigarette habit. You might lose too much too much drinks, too much. Well, drink is not never enough. Gaining drinks, you might have, you might be, have a cigarette or alcohol, and you're losing that habit, or you might have an addiction. Some addictions are good to protect us, and to gain an addiction, like having good water, drinks, and maybe you want to gain. Some people like to have more children, more children, more children, more children, more children, more children, and somebody might have 2, 3, 4, 5 children. That's a gain. So keep that in mind, that gaining is very good. On the other hand, also, in some cases, you can even make a losing good. Say there's a lot of things we're doing is gain and lose, or gain and loss. To gain something and to have some loss. It's just like, if anybody's seen accounting or seen financial and money, or the stock market's always on television. Even your checking account, if you have a checking account or a bank account, you're dealing with gains and losses. Gains, if you get more cash, that's a gain. And everybody likes more cash to gain. On the other hand, sometimes at the bank account, you might lose somebody, or you bought some stuff, you bought some clothes and shoes, and that's the loss. Believe it or not, I just bought something. I was just at a store, and I bought these for myself right there. Some shorts. That's pretty cool shorts right there. I just bought these, believe it or not. I'm gonna try them on soon. So that's a gain. It was. So you got a gain, you got a loss. Gaining is very good. And sometimes losing, not close, but let's say you're losing. I don't like to lose weight because that feels good for me to gain weight. I'm still gaining weight. But for some people, they talk a lot about losing weight. Not me. I feel like I need, look how small my body is already. I don't want to. I'm only medium, 220 pounds. I don't want to lose weight. A lot of girls and boys that are gaining weight are actually more attractive. You could be a lot more attractive, better looking if you start gaining weight. Not losing weight, but gaining weight. In the United States, some people are happy with gaining weight, and some people that are losing weight, they're not as happy. It's always good to gain, just like a big house or large trees. It's good to gain large human. As long as we can have good numbers, it's always good to gain. Gaining weight is incredible. So these are some important thoughts to have as far as being healthy, being safe. I'll go ahead and read some more ideas later, because right now that simple idea to gain weight is good. I'll have some more ideas about some good, like 10 good things for people to have. Very simple things I wrote. I went over it last time. Anyone can do it, by the way. You could write your own 10 things and feel a lot better. Anyone that knows how to read and write or can think about it by yourself, you just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what you're trying to do is have like 10 good things about you. Some people can have 10 good things, 20 good things about themselves that you could do in your head and feel better. You could use, self to write about that. You could use other people. The best way is to use yourself. The second best way is to use yourself and other people, and you could write 10 to 20 good things. For example, I'll just show you mine real quick. 10 good things for people. I'll just read a couple. The first one is number 1, healthy life, medical. Here's what I'm reading right now. The first one is, here's what I wrote right there, real simple. Anyway, so the first one, 10 good things for people by Abdull Tarzi, for example. Number 1, healthy life, medical. Number 2, myself. Number 3, family, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, housing, cousins, saying kind things to them, aunts, being happy with your uncles and nephews, nieces, grandmom, grandpa, husband, wife, and then keeping your family safe. It's also good to have family and keeping your family nice and safe and peaceful. Number 4, laws and government. Number 5, people, you and I, and all human beings had to be peaceful with you and I, and all human beings. Number 5, and then we have number 6, how to love human and love man and woman and boys and girls, and also to love nature. How to love nature. I want to just put nature for myself. So the love principle that we forget sometimes is very important. Okay, so you have basically how to love man, woman, boys, and girls, and how to love nature. Because since we're human, that's very important to have the love idea, the love information, and that's very important. Number 7, how to have good education, having good schools, having good colleges, be able to go to a university, being kind. And the school's usually a very, very good, fun place to be. To education is very good for people, having good education for people. So you go to school, then when school is finished, you can go to university. But as long as there's good teachers, good people, and there's some good money coming in. If they have 20 years, if there's 10 years school, like 20 with the university, the couple 1 or years of college, a couple years college and a university, you can have 20 years of this education, and that is very good for you. And you should treat the teachers well, the students, and if you have student loans, since we're starting a new millennium and starting good new information for a lot of people, you should try to get zero debt, not just for education, but as the government is talking about, as people are talking about a zero debt for the cars and housing after, like, let's say by the year 2025, by the year you can work 2 years for that, even by the year 2030, 2040. And what we're doing is every 10 years, 2050, 2060, 2070, in the other region, the 1400s one, 1400s, 1444, 1454, 1460, 1470, 1480, 1449, every 10 years. I don't know, every 10 years, like do on the 60 or the 50, like a 40 or 30 or 20, 10, like now it's 2023, by 2030, right now we can start by 2030, have zero debt. Every 10 years, try to pay off your debt. Why do you want to have a debt? What are you going to do? You can't pay a car off in 10 years? When it's paid off, you get a reward. You can't pay a house? Oh, of course you can. If you have the right prices, like 25,000, 40,000, 30,000, every 10 years, you're supposed to pay it off. And if you can't, they're supposed to give it to zero. Because people don't want that much debt. This is the human world, is to have less debt. Like education, you get it every 10 years. My debt was like, it's 20 years old or 10 years old in education. Every 10 years, it's supposed to be zero. So the next one's 2030, but zero. 2023 just passed. Is right now, it's August 2023. And August 18, 2023. And 18 is a good number. So 2023, 2024, 25, you just keep working to 2030, zero debt for cars, housing, 2040. Because the more debt, the worse you get on a diet. You get on a diet. We don't want that much debt. All right, so number 8, job and work. Well, everybody likes to have job and work, but why you don't just pay the debt off? You pay the housing, you pay clothes and food. They'll see how you shouldn't just pay debt. That's why every 10 years, on number 8, you should have zero debt, and then you just work. You pay you work with the family. You start buying things. Well, job and debt. There's some money. Let me show you my credit card. How some Visa looks like. Well, this is very good. You pay it. Try to pay off your Visa accounts, for example. There's my Visa right here. You can't see the numbers, I hope. So you get a Visa like that. My name got in there somehow, and this is like Visa. You'll be able to buy things with Visa. Then I've got basically it's a ID card from California, and this basically like California card, things like that. So basically the California ID card, and gives you some medical information, identification information, and you don't need a picture. You just got a first name. This is very good. The nation can have that. And in some cases, you can get an ID, or let me see what I have here. A couple more. In some cases, believe it or not, you can get one of these, like a driver license. Oh, I hope you didn't see my license. This is the Abdul with long hair. This is Abdul with short hair. I lost my hair, but I'm gonna gain it back. I guarantee it. I just got a haircut. It's called a buzz haircut. But this is my like driver license right there. Hope you can't see it. The numbers and everything. Anyways, so those are that's like identifications, things we need. The population needs all that, and you'll be very safe if you do that. And then the population, I just told you, number nine, that could include identification, ID, and things people need: housing, data, food, data, technology, data, data, lights, and family, other things people need. And then finally, uh, number 10, being kind and friendly. How to be kind and friendly to people, how to be peaceful, how to be happy with human beings, having big eyes, open your eyes sometimes. Sometimes your eyes might be like this when you're outside, like that. But then try to open your eyes and you feel better. So having good eyes and good speech and everything. That's being, being human being, and being kind, being happy, having good, family. And if you need help, asking for help. How to protect yourself, how to make sure, like, people sometimes are on the phone and people, you call them and you ask them for help, and a lot of times they help you. Anyway, so my name is Abdull Tarzi. My family is doing well. When I went outside, the people are doing well. They welcome a lot of the stuff we are doing. We came from Afghanistan, first country. Then my family went to India for a little bit. Then we went in to come. Then we stopped in Hong Kong one day in China. Then we came to the United States, and we've been in America ever since. We've been in America like 30, 40 years, at least 40 years, and going to more. And then we've traveled a little bit to Mexico just to see it, and then we went to Canada. But of all these places, the nicest people were, believe it or not, the kindest to me. The people itself, India, Afghanistan. The people itself, the Americans were the nicest. Chinese were the kindest people. And India, China. Sorry, India, food, drinks, food. Afghanistan, food, clothes, shoes. Oh, the China was good. America was good. The next one was probably Canada. The Mexico was the nicest. Probably the next one is finally India. Then, well, the nicest India. We only did 1 year. Food, clothes. Sorry, the next one, fourth one is Afghanistan. They're the nicest. And finally, the last one is India. India is the last one. But I've only been to 6 countries, and they're all kind. The United States has good policies here, and it's North and South America, like 40 million miles. But if they count 3 areas, like 1, 2, 3, they all could be 70 million miles. Like Afghanistan, 70 million miles. The 70 million miles for Africa. Let me see. Africa has 70 million miles. And then finally, 1, 2, 3. America only has 40 million. You can give them the oceans here, and you got 70 million. So 70 million, 3 times 3 is about 210 million miles. Earth could expand to 210, at least, million miles. But Earth is very good. It's doing very well in the world, doing very well in the universe. The universe is very open to Earth, and the universe has been very good and very kind to human beings. Nature has been kind to us, and God has been very kind, very good to human beings. Now, God has been peaceful and loving. The universe has been kind and peaceful, and humans are being healthier, and they're being kind and peaceful to each other. Human is able to be kind to nature, the universe, God, and human is kind to each other. And that's the kind of stuff we need to be kind to, being a very good, very kind human being, being a very kind to, being kind to God, and God is always kind to us. If we are kind, we have to use our minds and health and body to be kind to peaceful towards God, and God is always kind to us. And then, that's very good. And then nature is everything. Nature being kind to, and then kind for you as a human can be kind towards nature, and nature is kind to you. You as a human can be kind to people, people are kind to you. And then we're also kind to the universe. The universe is very good to us, and it's a large, and the universe is our friend and kind to us. So I mean, we're starting to have good health. We're starting to believe in ourselves. We're starting to be healthy. Anyway, so we're very happy and safe. Uh, anyway, so thank you very much. I'm very happy with all this. I'm happy that lots of everything is working well and people are getting healthier. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Now I'll see you next time.